That was close! I had adverted a crash leading, running, diagnosis. Alert! Danger! Louis is missing! He must have somehow fallen out of his cockpit. He is not responding via his communication, his communicator. He is either floating, I'm messing up everywhere. He is either floating protocol or in danger. Olimar, you must find Louis before he freezes to death in the cold of the planet. Wait a moment, look! Could these be Pikmin? They look like they're about to devour as we speak. You must help them. Point at the screen and press B to call them with your whistle. You can also hold B to make them sound of your whistle. So yeah, hey everybody, it's Super Happy. Welcome to Let's Play Pikmin 2. This one's here already. I want to do this now because I just really want to play the game. So let's just whistle these guys because what? 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 The Pikmin ran to your side. They seem to remember you, Captain Olimar. I don't see Captain hashtag already glitched the game. What? Give them instructions. You can. What? Hold on. Yeah, I'll explain how to play the game. What? Okay. We just started playing the game and we already broke it. Okay, so these are dwarf ball orbs, and you're supposed to just throw Pikmin directly on top of them to kill them. And we can't carry it anywhere, so yeah. Attention, Captain Olimar! I have just re-established my communications with Link with Louis. It is fortunate we have managed to confirm his safety. Press -2 to communicate with him. I am quite interested in the details of his condition. Alright, so this is a new mechanic that was not in Pikmin 1. We can press minus to switch over to Louis. So now we control 2 captains instead of just 1. Louis, allow me to assess your condition. As per our safety protocols, are you at all injured? It is that so, then my concerns are eased. Our communications links show you are nearby. So he says we can press plus to contact him, which basically brings up the map. The radar. Yay! And we find the onion, that red onion from the first game. Louis, the odd object before you appears to be one of the onions mentioned in Almar's report. It's a seed. Yeah. The seed. It can be plucked with A. Oh. Louis, we know what Pikmin are. We just basically tell us how to play the game. So it's like the tutorial level of the game. So there's really no point in me reading like a bunch of text like that. Alright, so now we have this one little Pikmin. We can throw it on these pellet posies. We can have them carry that back. And I'm gonna punch that one with Louie just so that one's broken already. When Pikmin carry pellets back to the onion, they will create more Pikmin. They will repopulate. The onion makes things. So it basically just tells you that, oh hey, all this other crap, they can, you know, repopulate. So the thing that's really cool about this game is that if you saw them in the cutscene, the Pikmin came out of the ground very quickly, unlike the first game where it took them quite a bit to come out of the ground. That's an awesome mechanic in this one. Let's do that. Get you, throw you over here. Now this day has no time limit. Later on there will be a time limit, but we'll talk about that when we get there. Most people on this first day will actually leave their Pikmin in the ground for a very long time, and what that allows you to do is you can flowerize your Pikmin. When Pikmin are underneath the ground, they will mature faster. They'll become buds and then flowers. And most people do that, but I won't be doing that because I'm gonna play the game. I don't want to sit here for like 5 hours just trying to get some flower Pikmin. A thing that you can do is if you hold, is it the right? Like if you hold right on the D-pad, you can go on like this like little cinematic mode thing. Oh, look at that! We found a Duracell battery. All right. Perhaps this object is one of the treasures that we were searching for. The only reason we found it here is because this is where you crash landed. How fortunate. Yeah. Yeah, tell us more about the game. Like, totally. So, you're supposed to dig this thing up. But we'll dig that up later, so we don't need to at the moment. Go back to normal. So here's a paper bag right here. You throw a Pikmin on top, and it has a number on it. We swap over to Olimar, we can throw more Pikmin on top of it. And now there's 15 Pikmin, the bag will deflate. And we finally have met with Olimar. Long last. Captain Olimar, Louis, you have reunited at last! This has been a troublesome start of our trip. But now you must feel assured that it tells you that you can combine your skills together and all sorts of stuff. Um, carry those 3 with that. Is there anything else around here? Let's see here. There's nothing up there. What? These Pikmin, I swear. The first day is not really much you can do. We're about to get, I would think we're about to get the maximum amount of Pikmin we can get on this first day. But with the rest of our Pikmin, we're just gonna go do sexy things this or something. I don't know. I think a lot of people say that about Pikmin because they say, "Oh yeah." I mean, let's look at them. Just open our heads all over that thing. Okay, so we need 20 to carry that, which yeah, we don't have 20. In case you can't read down here. The things I explained this in the first Let's Play. We have what type of Pikmin we have on us, how many we have with us, how many we have on the field, and how many we have in existence. Our captain's health. Switch over to. I'm gonna leave you guys here because you're useless. Just waiting for these guys to get back. My original plan was to do a different LP next, but I just did not feel like doing that game. That I'm not going to say. I was more excited about playing Pikmin, so. That's why I'm doing Pikmin. Now, in this game, since you have 2 captains, you can pluck twice as fast. So not only do the Pikmin come out of the ground faster, you also can pluck twice the speed, because you have 2 captains. Which is something I don't really use too much, even though it's fantastic. I just don't see myself doing that too much, unless I have both captains on me. Normally I have them both doing like different tasks in the fields. Yeah, so I already heard this Duracell battery back. Let's get some leaves over here. Whee. This game is pretty long. This will probably be my longest series I do on this channel, like so far. Both the next games I want to LP are quite long. This one's probably the longest. They fixed the whistle glitch where if you did the whistle too many times, it wouldn't have a sound. Whenever I play this game, I usually have Olimar, just doing the main stuff, and I always have Louie back at base, just doing whatever he needs to do. That's usually how I do it as well. It just really depends on the situation. Sadly, you can't throw Louie. I would like to just throw him right there in the ship because he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Yay. Now when we get this Duracell battery back, 280 Pokos, Courage Reactor. Our first day of exploration has yielded our first treasure. We will be done in record time. I took the liberty of naming it when I appraised it. The name reflects my current thinking. Leave it to me to think of. This machine comes up with a lot of good names. Now we need 10,000 Pokos to repay our debt, and we have 280, which 280 is more than 2 years a salary. Because in the opening cutscene, 100 Pokos is more than a year's salary, and 280 is like way more. Yeah. So at the end of every day, we have to get on our ship and go into orbit, because there's dangerous life forms on the planet and they'll eat us and rape us, so we can't really stay on the planet for too long. And today's report. There's our funds that we've made today. 280 Pokos, so much, like, yay. Pikmin we have produced. And we get mail! You found your first bit of treasure, fine work. Our future depends on your efforts, so check your treasure hoard regularly. I'll check in often. Keep up the pace. Go ahead and save. But that will about do it. Actually, I'll show off some other things. There's two little tabs on the top screen. We have Treasure and Piclopedia. If we go to Treasure, it will display whatever treasures we've collected. And if you hit like Olimar's journal, he'll say stuff about it. If we go to, if you on the D-pad, we have, it shows the enemies and things that we found. So if we say Olimar, he'll say Dwarf Red Bulb Orb. He'll like, you know, he'll say a bit of stuff about it if you scroll down. And if we do Louis, like he talks about, you know, like about food or something. Yeah, like he talks about like how delicious the enemies would be. Go back to the reception. But yeah. So I guess next time on Let's Play Pokemon, not Pokemon, on Pikmin 2, we'll be going back to the Valley of Repose. See you guys in the next one.